Hello everybody, Big Planes here. Now before I dive too deep into this first video on the 747 project, I want to give a shout out to my patrons over on Patreon. So thank you to everybody who supports over on Patreon. You really do mean a lot to me and a lot to this channel. So I'll leave a link to that in the description below if you want to go check out that. So yeah, this is gonna be the first update really on the 747. Now, I think I announced about a month ago that I was working on this plane, and when I meant working on it, I really meant collecting parts and planning things here and there because I was still working on the 707. Now, so first things first, okay? I know a lot of you are complaining about all you do is Boeing airplanes, all right? And some of you are complaining why you have 747s. That's not exactly how it works. First, I have no 747s right now because I only ever had one. It was originally TWA. I then converted it into a Pan Am, and then eventually it just broke, so I got rid of it. So this is my only 747. I will only ever have one, obviously. It's kind of a big airplane. So there's that. The second thing, people are complaining about the Boeings. Yes, I do build a lot of Boeings, okay? And I'm probably getting to the end of the Boeing lineup of aircraft for now, because I wanted to get certain planes done, and once I get them done, then I'm going to be moving on. Except the 747 was always a plane I have to have in my collection, and this whole project's basically just about getting it back in my collection. So that's what's really going on here. Now, I do plan on building a Concorde after this. So for those of you who are looking for a Concorde, there is a Concorde coming after this. And then maybe A320, I don't know. We'll see what I like there. I might have to slip another military project in there, but Concorde is next, all right? So this here, if you didn't watch the earlier videos, is going to be Air Force One. So I got the blueprint all printed out. It's an absolute mess in here, so forgive me on that. But it won't even fit on my table, which, if you guys remember, the landing gear was sitting right on the edge. So this is accurate. And you can see that I did get the blueprint all printed out for it. It's an absolutely huge airplane. It's just massive, all right? So yeah, in fact, I'll try to give you a good shot here of it next to the 727. It looks like the 727 is about the size of one of the wings. So yeah, but what I have here is a very important part of the plane, the wing box. Now this wing box is insane, okay? It is just absolutely massive. It's really heavy for a Lego. I mean, it's not that heavy, but you can see it's a very complex Technic structure of all sorts of different things. Now, this is actually a box. The term wing box often is used to just describe the wing carry-through structure to get the angle of the wings and the dihedral and stuff. But this is actually a box, all right? So there's Technic beams going across on the top, there's Technic beams going across on the bottom, and then there's cross beams and then all sorts of things. But the main goal of this is to get the wings at the proper angle and to make them not break. So you can see here that this is actually incredibly strong. I can push down on this thing really hard and it's not breaking. The way I test this is I push down on this. I think I have a solution, and I just add more and more weight to this, and when it snaps and breaks, I know where the weak point is. So a lot of trial and error to get this design, and eventually I came to it. I'll try to get you a bit of a closer look up here at how that's actually made. You can kind of see it. Here, I'll move this out of the way for you. You can kind of see it's basically just uses Technic beams. It uses these kind of things right here, and it's a really complicated structure. I am doing a time lapse for this plane, so don't worry, you will kind of see how it's built. But I had to go through a few different iterations of how I'm doing this, and the actual placement when it comes to the entire wing on this thing will probably be more about right here, because you can see I left a few studs on either side for the fuselage, so these aren't sticking out like they were on the last plane. But it'll be probably maybe 6 to 8 studs back from the leading edge. We need to be able to give enough room for the flaps to fully be able to slide in and out of the wing. They can't hit the spar, so we're gonna have to watch that. And I'm also gonna have it break right here at the flaperon. That's where this is gonna split. So this will be one section, and then the rest of the wing will be another section. So again, it's a huge plane. You can see the minifigure here in comparison for the wing there for you. That's just, there you go. Now, I printed out the 747-400 blueprint. You can probably tell by the windows on the top. And VC-25, which is Air Force One, is a modified 747 or 747-200. So yeah, I decided to go for this one mostly because I was able to find a vectored blueprint and I wanted the engine dimensions, all right? So I think Air Force One has the engines that the 747-400 has. So I'll just make the hump a little shorter and then modify the wingtips. It won't have winglets. So that's what's going on here. You can see the engine size. I finally have blueprints and dimensions for this. So yeah, this is going to be update 1 on the 747, and this is going to be a really fun project. So the fact that it's so big means that, I'm reaching over here, sorry, gotta get something. This, which is brick stuff lights, what I want to do is, they're going everywhere. I want to run these wires, right, under the floor. So the way this will work is that there will be a plate that goes, sorry about the shaky camera, a plate that goes on top here, and these wires will run under the floor, right? And each room, there's separate different rooms. You have like the main office, you have a meeting room in the center, you have a medical room, you have sort of the main press conference area, you have obviously the sleeping quarters in this plane, all sorts of things. So each room that has like a functioning lamp inside of it will have a functioning lamp, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to run these wires under the plane, and then let's say this space right here is the president's office, right? And he has a lamp right here and here. A wire will come up and run through the floor and into the lamp, and it's going to have all the lights on the inside that work. So that's what I'm hoping for. Since this plane's so big, there's so much room to add really cool features and functions to it. So we're going to have a lot of fun with the interior on this plane. So yeah, this is just progress update number 1. I've already ordered a lot of the parts for this plane. So hopefully we get some good progress going really soon here. But yeah, I'm really excited to start building this plane and expect a lot more progress to come on it soon. I'm really excited, and there will be Airbuses coming in the future. There will be a Concorde, since I know a lot of you are getting sick and tired of the Boeing stuff. So yeah, it's been a 7-minute video, so I don't want to waste any more of your time. But that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it, and bye for now.